Welcome to the EST Hangout.
This is the EST Hangout, and today's guests are...
A very good rainy Friday morning to you. Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage, but the rain won't stop us. It is also Nasty Bash Day. The EST Hangout live on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports. Thank you to everyone for listening across the audio streams. EdmontonSportsTalk.com, tune in, iHeartRadio, Apple Music. Thank you to those watching live on YouTube, as well as for everyone listening on podcast, wherever you get your podcast. He's Tom Gazzola. I'm Matt Iwanyk. This is Shawn Belle, live in the Hangouts. Presented by Sentinel Storage, Canada storage experts, more than 2 decades helping Canadians through life transition. Canadian storage provider. Check them out, sentinel.ca, to find a convenient location nearest you for any of your storage needs, whether big or small, indoor, drive up, outdoor parking. They have it all. Limited time, 50% off all units. Belsey?
How's it going?
Our first show? Your first show in this?
No,
we had
second,
you last week.
yeah.
We did have
Yeah.
you last week.
Yeah.
How are we doing today?
I'm doing wonderful. I had a little hiatus down to Calgary, and now I'm back.
Ask him how the drive was.
How was the drive?
The drive down was great.
Okay.
The drive back
You never
was
hear that.
miserable.
Why?
Well,
Beyond the getting into Edmonton at near the city, because there's that construction. Stay right.
Bridge construction.
Stay right.
yeah, I went
Is the
all the
merge
way
is
through.
right up
I
there?
went
Yeah.
through Nisku and came around.
Smart.
Because as soon as I left Red Deer, for whatever odd reason, we were going 100 in the fast lane. Multiple times.
In the left lane?
Just
100.
100. And at one point we were doing 70.
Oh.
And I remember hearing the show, I think it was you, Jay, and JoJo,
Yeah.
talking about like, what kind of drivers you are on the highway. And I realized like I'm a 130 in cruise. That's it. Just 130 cruise. I'm doing my thing. Am I speeding? Yeah, probably. But on the
Not
road,
probably. You are. It's 110.
but on the road,
legit
it's
it is.
like there's people going 150.
Yeah. No,
So
it's a fair speed.
I'm in a fair range. That's why I said probably. But what I can't figure out is how in the left lane you can go from going 130 normal down to 76. And at one point I was telling Tommy yesterday, I put my four ways on because I had to come to an abrupt stop and I was expecting construction. There was no construction. It was just people in the left lane going so slow.
Why would you put on your four ways though?
Because usually when you come to an abrupt stop, you don't want somebody to ram into the back, so you throw your flashers on to just give them
As an extra.
like, hey, something's going on. So they slow down right away too. And I was just like, I can't do this anymore. I can't. It's actually miserable. And I'm a fair person. Like if somebody's gonna pass me, I'm moving to the right side.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
That's what you have to do. You should not be in the left lane unless you are passing someone.
And for the most part, I was okay with it. And then I said, you know what? Actually, my daughter was like, Daddy, I got to go to the bathroom. And I said, how far can we go? And she said, I can hold it for a little bit. I said, Kate, buckle up. Daddy's got to do some driving. And so then I went 140 and I just started pushing people. The all black truck apparently scares people because they start moving out of the way in a hurry.
If you get up behind them, that I could see why that would be scary. Mm-hmm. People are going to be pissed off with me for this comment.
Daddy did some driving though.
Sometimes though, it's necessary for some of those people to have someone right coming up on them because they need to learn that you were supposed to move over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they need that little scare to go, nope, in the right lane. The only reason you should ever be getting in that left lane is because you're about to pass someone. And once the pass is made, or if multiple passes are made, you get back to the right. Or if there's multiple passes being made and you made one, but somebody's coming up faster behind you and you have room to move over, you move over, let that person come by, you get back, you make your passes. It
I actually do it on
frustrates me
purpose
when
now.
there is even just open, clear lanes and somebody's driving the left. I'm like,
Oh,
no,
my God.
Yeah.
get over.
If I push somebody and I know that there's clear like lanes in front, clear roads in front, I'll make them move over, I'll drive, and then as soon as I get past them, I'll go right into the right lane on purpose, just to be like, hey, this is how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah.
Don't be a meathead.
It's the worst. It's
It is the
ignorant.
worst.
It's obnoxious. And
the icing on the cake is like if you pass by those people, sometimes they're just sitting and hanging in the left-hand lane like you were describing.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, okay, I was on them and they should know for like 20 seconds that they need to move over. And then you get a little window on the right side. So you go through on the right side and you just look at them and they're just like happily just in their own la la land. And you're like, you dumbass.
They're so blissful.
Stupid person.
You could be doing that in the right lane.
Yep.
Without any,
That's how you're
and
supposed
everyone
to
is
do
going to
it.
be fine with it. And you could just be driving along, having your Sunday drive.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there'd be no issues.
No one would care.
Blissfully unaware.
If you want to go, like, well, you
That's
still
the
shouldn't
worst.
go 70 unless, like, there's a control, like, because there is also the speed limit is also you shouldn't be going too slow.
That's dangerous too.
Yeah, absolutely. I do believe.
I think it's more. I think it's more
Yeah.
dangerous too.
You cannot be going 70 on a highway if you can't drive. 90 on a highway in clean conditions. Like today, it's
Get
different.
off.
There's raining. I understand things are different.
Yeah.
If it's clean, sunny day, dry conditions, if you can't even do 90 in the right lane, get a bus ticket, get a plane ticket, go wherever you're going with that.
Yep.
Do not drive.
How do you
off the
feel about
highway.
the people that are in the left lane doing? Let's say they're at 110.
Yeah.
Right.
You're speeding.
Well,
They're in the pass lane.
Yeah, they're in the
Going
pass
right,
lane, right? They're in the left lane. They're going
that's right at speed
110.
limit, yeah.
You're going up on them and you're saying, okay, I want to go 120, I want to go 130. You decide to get out in the right-hand lane, but then they speed up. How do you feel about those people?
That's like Utah drivers. They're the worst.
Well, so based on this scenario, the right lane is open.
Yeah.
Get over. I'm mad at them.
Yeah.
If there is no pass to be made,
Yeah.
you should be back in the right lane.
Yes.
The only time you should be leaving the right lane that's not a pass is because we have only with the highway should be 3 lanes, by the way. But
I agree
that
Oh, yeah,
100%.
should be 3 lanes. When it does expand to 3, you're like, here we go.
Oh, baby.
But it doesn't matter because everybody just moves to the left side anyway.
Now you go to the right side.
Oh, well,
You take advantage, you go
actually
far
tried to
right
do
side.
that.
You take advantage, you go far right side. When that opens, you go early, you get on that right side, you zoom
And you're
past
gone
people.
and past everybody,
That
yeah.
130 is no longer in game anymore. It's higher. I got passing to do.
man.
But if you're coming up on a merge point and there's people merging onto the highway, move over to the left lane if you can.
And then move
to allow
back,
them
yeah.
to have the ability to
Yep.
emerge on the highway properly. Then you merge back over. But no, I don't care if you're going, you could be going 120, you could be going 130 in the left lane. I don't care. If you're not passing someone, get back over in the right
That's
lane.
how you're supposed to do it.
So it was actually on my way down. This was the one like kind of like, what are you doing, man? So he was holding up traffic. He was going 110. And in his defense, though, there was like construction, then there wasn't, then there was a little construction. So I get where he was coming from. But then all of a sudden he was just 110. And so I was like, move. Okay, so I decided to get in the right lane. I'm like, Linz, what's in the right lane? She's like, nothing. So I go. As soon as I get in the right lane, he speeds up.
Yeah, no.
I hate
And I
that.
was just like,
Jackass.
cool, good for you, buddy. So I got in behind him, tailed him for a little bit, and then finally he just woke up. I think he was on his phone the whole time because he was kind of like swerving in and out. He was picking up speed, slowing down.
Yeah, I hate.
And I was
pay
like-
attention. You're on the freaking
Yeah.
highway, man. Like it's not.
I wasn't
not a
really
casual
upset about that one.
50K.
You're right. I wasn't upset about that one because on the way down to a vacation, you're just kind of like, whatever.
Yeah.
On the way back, it's like, I want to get home.
Yes.
Like even I will make a pass, and there's another pass coming up within like a kilometer. It's very quick.
Yeah.
I'll still go back to the right lane, even
Yeah.
if it's a very short
Same
period
with
of
me.
time.
If you have a little
You go
window.
to, yeah, I got to go back. This is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like I want other people, like this is, and I think the majority of people do it, but it's the moment that you just get. Right now, between here and Red Deer, there's 5 idiots. They're in the
Guaranteed.
left lane that shouldn't
That's
be in the
it?
left lane, and they slow everyone else down. But then the problem is if it's a busy day, like I don't know how busy the highways are going to be this. It's the weekend,
They're
so
always
it's going to be
busy.
busy.
They're always
But-
busy. I
but
didn't
it's when
think
it's the
yesterday was
busy-
going to be busy, but it was
Yeah.
slammed.
Yeah.
When it is busy, and then it just takes that one person to go slow, and then in the left lane, but then everyone has to go slow
Yeah.
in the left
Yeah.
lane because if you go into the right lane, you're just going to lose your positioning.
Yep.
Because everyone else stays in that left lane and they catch up. So when you need to pass and you're in the moment pass, you can't.
You're screwed.
Because all these other cars are just going for the joyride in the left lane because one person started it.
Yeah.
Bronco
it's
Nick.
frustrating.
I don't care about speeding tickets from cops. They should put a law and pull those people.
100%,
They
man.
cause more problems. Bronco Nick via the Paris Jewelers inbox 780-218-9999 says most of the oblivious people on the highway are driving with their mouths open. They are mouth breathers. Bronco Nick, you nailed it. This text says, yeah, 130 is not normal. Yeah, you're douchey. It's not the Autobahn. If you haven't driven Highway 2 in a little while,
I'm actually going slow.
You will recognize that 130 is actually somewhat slow. People on there, it's like when Texas finally opened up to 80 miles an hour. Like, just go. And that has, it's kind of become Highway 2. Yes, the limit is 110, but
It's 110.
if you're going 110,
I go 130, and I don't feel like I'm passing everybody.
No,
you're not, because there's people going 140, 150.
You're going 20 over. It's over. It's on that upper edge of it.
It's on the cusp.
But it's on a highway, like in the city. It's 10 over. You go in the city. That's kind of like the standard of what you can go do. On the highway, I think it's 20.
There's a little leeway.
There's because it's and so like if you were saying here I was going 140, I could then go more like that's as a consistent speed. 130 is very. Again, the speed limit is
the Autobahn, like
the conditions of the road, but it's also like you should be going in the flow of traffic.
That's
the other part
that's
of
the
it too.
thing.
And if the traffic's all going 120, 125, 130, you're part of it.
Yeah, and I mean in the Autobahn, I think I topped out at like I think it was 180, 193. That's what I topped out.
Highway 2 is not the Autobahn.
Yeah, so I'm not even close to the Autobahn.
But we're nowhere near Autobahn levels here. Daniel
now,
texting.
somebody driving me, I think we're like 240.
That's scary.
That's a little bit, it's a little bit.
And in the end, though, like 130 versus 90. 90 is worse for a highway.
Well, Daniel via inbox says, I believe by law, 20 kilometers below the speed limit, you become considered as a hazard, on the road and can be ticketed.
Yeah.
It is dangerous.
Well, if you're going, let's say 110 on a highway and you're coming up on somebody who's going 90, like that could be rather dangerous because you're not expecting them that slow.
Correct.
And if all of a sudden there's a slamming on the brakes, like
Slamming on the brakes, man. Oof.
The slamming on the brakes one is a tough one. That's why I always throw my 4-ways on.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, because you never know what people are going to do. Like I said, the one guy on the way down was on his phone, speeding up, slowing down, doing his thing. So if I don't and I'm slamming on my brakes, I don't know if he's looking down at his phone. He runs right into my back.
That's risky.
Yeah.
Collingwood Rob says, I hate the people that do not drive the rate of speed in the left lane. If the cars are going 140, you do not go into that lane at 120 unless you can make a quick pass. It is too dangerous to pass slowly. Europeans know how to do this. In most European countries, they also move as far left or right to allow emergency vehicles to go up the center line without delay to get to an emergency. Dave in Section T says, I'm sure my wife picks her lane based on her turn coming up in 5 miles. I say, how rude, when she says she gets the bird thrown at her on the freeway. This one says, Ludacris said it best. Move, expletive, get out the way. Yeah, fair point.
That is a great point.
And then Chris G says, most big trucks are governed at 105 these days. Yeah, but most big trucks are in the right lane.
I don't have issues with it.
It's not the big
very
trucks.
rare it's big trucks. And I get it. Sometimes a trailer with those or somebody hauling their vacation trailer or whatever, they want to make a pass and they get there. And it takes them a little while to make that pass. But there's not often you see that person who eventually makes the pass that stays in the left lane. They get back to the right lane. Now, it might slow things down while they're making their pass. And that, to a degree, I get because it takes a while for them to make their pass or a trailer. But they get over.
Yeah.
They don't do that.
I think Highway 2 now, with how busy and how much of a population growth we've had, that highway has, it's what was I going to say?
We'll just call it for what it is. It needs 3 lanes on both sides.
Well, yeah, it does need
to.
it does
More
need
of it
3
being
lanes.
Red Deer and Calgary, and it's so much better.
You cannot put your cruise control on Highway 2 when it's busy at all. If you think you're putting cruise control on, you're out of your mind.
I put on cruise control.
On Highway 2?
Yeah. But I also have my car.
It's stop
my car
and go.
has the smart like the crash, the collision or whatever. And so as soon as I get within like, I don't know.
You got to be on the pedal.
Yeah, I usually just it brakes for me. And then
Sometimes I just ride the cruise control. If I know
but,
something's
like,
coming, I'll shut off the cruise control and I just glide to
Yeah.
where I am.
Yeah, you can do that, but like
pick
if
it
you
up
think
again.
you're coasting on cruise control for 2.5
you're
hours,
probably-
You can't
you're
just
not
not
probably,
cruise
yeah.
and just be like,
Yeah.
You're gonna have to be if your cruise control is
That's
going
what I
either
meant.
on, off, or you're having to do that without question.
That's what I meant. Like, I mean, I did the drive back. You did it yesterday. I did it a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was Sunday and both north and southbound were very busy, but it's like you're basically driving 130, 25, 30 in the city type where you're always aware and you're making sure.
Yeah, no, on the way down was good. I mean, there was like 3 of us that were all going like kind of 130. We're just kind of following each other. I was like, yeah, this is nice.
That's good. We find a pack.
I'm always sad when they leave.
Right.
When they take a turn off, you're like, oh, that's my friend.
We were doing so good.
We're buddies.
Yeah.
I have.
You give them the nod.
Just that.
Yeah, it feels good driving with you.
Yeah. Or you get that one person who zooms past you, then you're like, perfect.
Yeah.
If there's a ticket ahead, it's theirs.
Exactly. And actually, there were getting out of Calgary. I think just after Airdrie, 3 people pulled over, 2 southbound, 1 northbound, and there was a little bit of rain on my way down, and it got slowed to it got down to 80 because it was like coming down really hard, and everyone was kind of stuck and clumped together. And the lady that was in front of me, when I passed her finally, when it cleared up, she waved at me and smiled in a nice way, and she did it to the other people too. I'm like, okay, that's
Yeah,
weird.
I like that. That's wholesome.
It was very wholesome, but it was odd too because you weren't right. I wasn't riding behind her
You were her
too
friend.
close. But yeah, but she's like, bye. I'm like, oh, bye. See you. Thank you for being a courteous driver. I don't know.
You guys were friends. You guys were highway friends for a period of
yeah.
time.
Well, it's,
Yeah,
Always
that's-
sad when
I
they
know the
leave.
Those are the
sentiment.
best.
Yeah. Anyway.
You'll never be with each other again for that moment in time.
This was a nice
Shared a
time.
moment.
This is
Yeah.
you guys shared an experience in a moment in life that you guys will never experience ever again. Well, Bells, I'm sorry that it was difficult on the way back, but I hope this has helped you.
I had
Don't let the anger overcome you.
no. I'm
Well
not.
done.
I'm not jazzy. I kind of let it go after I talked to him, but I felt like it was it was good to talk about, and it was a good trip. I had fun.
I
Kids
love
had a
hearing
great time.
that stuff.
Calgary Zoo?
We did. We were at the zoo for I don't know. I feel like the whole day.
It's a lot to do there.
There's so much to do. I didn't even get to see the lions or the tigers. I was kind of pissed about that, but
Oh, yeah.
by that point, because one of Lindsay's friends was down there too, so we ended up seeing them. And then my daughter wants to color, and
Your daughter just
got
got
to
in
do
the
the
way of
park
the
and all
tiger
that
and the
stuff.
lion.
Like, come on, Evie, figure it out. We got to. Daddy needs to go see a lion. Saw a polar bear though. It was nice.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the polar
How
bears.
big are those?
They're massive.
Yeah.
Man, love
They've
that.
got hippos there.
Those things are massive
They've got
too.
giraffes. Yeah, they've got some fun stuff.
Saw the hippos, the giraffes, the polar bear. People were freaking out about the polar bear because obviously you don't see them very, very often. What else do we see that was of note? We went through the one little bird sanctuary where it's you can just walk through and there's no cages. There's one big cage, but they're not individually caged. So a couple different owls and stuff like that. So that was fun. It's so chaotic. If you go to the zoo, especially the Calgary Zoo, because it's a good zoo.
It is.
That was my first time there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, this is a great zoo. No disrespect to the Edmonton Zoo,
Theirs is better.
but theirs
There's
is
one thing we can say, theirs
way
is
better.
better.
It's not even close.
I don't know if I've actually been to ours in the end. I just know from
You
all the
probably
stories.
should go just to check it out so that you know how big of a difference it is.
But enough people say that the Edmonton Zoo, the Valley Zoo, is worse than the Calgary Zoo.
it's awful. It's awful. So, great times. Saw a couple black
Okay,
bears.
Calgary is one thing,
That's the one thing Calgary has over us.
nothing else.
Yeah, nothing else. Is actually a buddy of our, Massingham.
Yeah.
So I sent a video to him of something that happened downtown. The guy was growling at another guy who was taking a video, and he's growling at him. He's like, "This doesn't happen in Calgary." And I'm like, "Oh, it doesn't happen in Calgary. Get down to Calgary, all I see is zombies everywhere."
Yeah, they have those.
And I'm
too.
like, every city has them. How do
Yeah.
you say that Calgary doesn't? It is what it is.
I was having this conversation with my brother when I was down there. I'm like, hey, where do the people that are down and out on their luck kind of flock to. And he goes, oh, you get to a few areas and they just kind of hang out there.
Yeah.
Whereas here, I think some of the shelters shut down. They're building one.
Yep.
And they kind of just migrate. I mean, we see it right by our place. It can get gnarly.
Right by your guys' place, actually, right on the corner there, it does get a little bit crazy.
There's a few problems there.
Yeah. Which is weird, though, because of how busy that particular spot is.
You talking about the alley?
Well,
right outside Smoke.
There's
That spot. Well, that whole alley right behind Smoke, they have it fenced off.
I think they're tearing that building down.
Are they tearing it down or renovating it?
One or the other. I think
I
there's
feel
a
like-
tower that's supposed to go up there.
Is it because there was one spot I remember there was a door all of a sudden added that I never saw before, and I saw him doing some stuff inside. So I don't know if they're tearing it down or.
I always turn down that alley when there's like a cargo truck back there bringing stuff in, and I'm just like, oh,
I haven't had
I have
that
to go
fully.
around down 103rd Street.
Always annoys me.
Listen, they're gonna get I think it's the new center on 107th Ave.
Yeah, Bull Street.
The
Across
Bull
from the
Street.
brick.
It'll help. It'll help. And yes, there needs to be programs and stuff to help those people out. But yeah, Calgary, it's like if you go to certain areas, it's safer.
Yeah.
But here it feels like there's some migration that's happening.
If you find a big city, you're going to find problems.
Oh, yeah.
It's just that
100%.
that's part of it being a major city. It's
Yeah.
just there's not going to be a major city in the world that doesn't have its issues. So you've gotten something off your chest.
Yeah. Now the big stuff.
I just want. It was fascinating listening to the morning show today. And look, the numbers are what they are. But they went to their election desk basically. There's still 2 hours and 1 minute left on the voting for this. I just want to throw that out there. But the EST Bird Draft did happen yesterday. Right now, Team 1 on Twitter has 46% of the vote. They have 49% on. Interesting. I'll get that. I guess they would have to come after the voting. 49% on Insta. Team 2, 27% on Twitter, 24% on Insta. Team 3's 14%, 13% Twitter, Insta, and Team 4's 14%. So the commish did set up relegation at 18%.
Uh-oh.
At this pace, in the next 2 hours, 2 people will be relegated.
Uh-oh.
I do find it interesting that the morning show outright declared where everyone is when the voting is still going on. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to say that. Tommy, it's been almost 24 hours.
Yeah.
How are you?
The more I think about it, the angrier I get. So that was a nice little respite there, talking about traffic and zoo and urban issues. But I'm not surprised. Listen, I had too many repeats in my draft. I got when I had the cluster of picks in the end, I did not execute well on those. I totally blew that. I admit it. Like my preparation was not up to speed. Team 1 had a great draft. I will acknowledge that. And I tip my cap to Lieutenant Eric. But I was completely thrown off, and I had to do something to try to shake things up because of the commissioner.
Uh-oh.
And I'm thankful that a lot of the nasties that recognize this pointed it out. I saw it a lot in the nasty chat. I saw it on social media last night. The commissioner was completely unfair towards me, and way overbearing, and put me in a bad
Can you
spot
give
for
me
no
some
reason.
examples? Because, I mean, unfortunately, I didn't get to listen to it.
Like I got a 2% deduction before we even started as a penalty for like something that happened that was alleged when we didn't clarify from like months ago.
Oh, so she's taking it personal.
And then on top of that, I made a pick, and then another pick was made, and it was the commissioner's pick, and it was like sexiest bird. I'm like, oh, that's a weird one.
Sexiest bird.
Yeah, so I took a swan. I'm like, okay, that's a sexy bird, I guess.
Is it?
Like, I don't know. It isn't swan associated with
Beautiful
love.
bird.
Yeah,
It's a nice, okay,
right.
yeah, it's a nice bird.
And then
Sexy, though?
Eric takes this cartoon bird that has big fake boobs
Sexy.
and is from like a X-rated film.
Well, then that would be called sexy.
That's a sexy bird.
Yeah.
But that wasn't clarified to me until after.
Uh-oh.
And so there's stuff like that. Like I was being completely penalized and punished and put behind the 8 ball by the commissioner. I think the commissioner had a terrible day yesterday. I think the commissioner needs to be reviewed. And I will take my lumps. I didn't have a great draft. Yes, I'll probably get relegated. I readily admit that. But I think I was put in a position to fail by the commissioner yesterday. So I don't think she did a good job. I think she's stumbling Her level needs to pick up, and I think I have a completely valid complaint. I might file a formal complaint to the draft commission, and it would have to be some third party body that oversees the draft, because this is BS. Like there must be some kind of like conglomerate that oversees how poorly
his name
she
is Maddie.
performed.
No,
he wants nothing to do with it.
New place, new me.
You want
Like-
no part of it, hey?
New place,
like-
new me. I have nothing to say.
So
when
I
it
try to
comes
make a trade.
commission, things like that.
I trade the 4-5 swing to Dusty for like his last picks, and like he didn't have a great draft either. Don't get me wrong, but I needed to do something, and he took the 2% deduction. So it just, to me, the way the commish oversaw the draft yesterday and the way I was targeted unfairly is beyond ridiculous. So I want to get that off my chest.
Did you apologize for the last controversial situation?
No,
you
I
had
didn't
with the
need to
commish?
apologize. I
So do
wasn't
you think
wrong.
she's carrying that over?
Absolutely.
Well, I will say, and for her, she did state at the time that there would be a penalty handed down.
So maybe that is the penalty
was
that
terrible.
That's what the penalty was that she handed down.
It was a stupid penalty.
Now, the other side to that is you could argue, why was that penalty not handed out?
earlier.
Well, mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Like if the NHL wouldn't suspend a player at face-off and go to a team and
true.
say,
I
hey,
agree with that. Yeah.
Troy Stetcher, you're suspended. And the Oilers then have to scramble to figure out their D pairing within minutes. Like the music's starting.
Yeah.
And the Oilers are about to come out and they have to redo their starting lineup in a sense.
Yeah.
Oh, I fully get that
I
part.
could say
yeah.
that there is a little bit of that. Is why was it the start of all of this? It not thrown out. Tommy,
Well,
by the
I
way,
think I
your
understand
punishment,
why.
which allows for an appeal, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, because if she did it at the time of the draft,
was-
Tommy's going to get frazzled.
That's exactly what happened.
And
So
that's
I tried
exactly
to do
what happened.
something
Yeah.
on the fly, and it didn't work. I mean, you try to jumpstart your draft when you know.
So basically, what happened is she won.
But she had the
She
heavy hand.
She heavy-handed you
That's unfair.
right at the start of the draft.
Unfair.
Got you all frazzled to the point where you're on the cusp of relegation.
No, I'm going to be relegated. Like,
It's going to
Fine.
take something special over the next 2 hours for a relegation.
for
So then she
Double
won.
relegation.
She
say.
just owned you.
you know what? If that's how the draft is going to be run, I will happily take my relegation and not be a part of it. As like a 9-time draft champion.
You had a solid run.
Yeah, but that's not how
prior-
I should be
prior
treated.
to
There should be a
that-
banner with my name and number of how many successful drafts I had
Prior
hung up
to
somewhere.
that
won
hot
3
run,
straight.
yeah, you only
Yeah.
had. But didn't before that your drafting was not very good?
I had
It's
like
either
a good
wouldn't go
run.
well.
You're
or
like
you
you're a
win.
Then I-
streaky player, hey?
Yeah, I'm up and
Yeah,
down. But when I
okay.
win or when I'm on a roll,
when you're
I'm
hot,
winning.
you're hot. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
I've won like 8 or 9 of these. So, and that's just my game at the draft. But
8 or 9 in how many years?
5, 6. It goes back
Okay,
to
so that's not
1260.
that good.
A fair amount, actually.
Yeah, it's like Dusty and I. have
With
won the
Edmonton
most.
Sports Talk, I'd have to look back. He might be the number one.
At Edmonton Sports Talk, but if
Yeah.
it dates back to
Well, but
the
the
old
other
place,
the old
then-
place, Eric and Dusty were on every single one, and they were the only two that were on every single one.
Yeah,
Oh,
and I
okay,
was like
okay.
a
So
late.
that was a bit of a
There was a different rotation
yeah,
of people.
and then this one's more solid.
Yeah,
rotation.
the other
So
one
you've
we
been
also-
dominant at EST,
I had a rebuild
Yeah.
phase too.
That's good.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it's just anyway.
but now your championship window is done.
Well, but I'm being
Because
pushed
of the
out by a
commish.
terrible commissioner. Terrible commissioner.
The idea of a draft commission is interesting to me.
Can we get her on the phone?
I think there is.
Sure.
I just
I
want to hear
think-
what she has to say.
Well, I think there should be almost a group of 3 or I'd say 3 is a good number. Individuals who oversee the draft, who have power above who is in charge of EST drafts.
Like the Illuminati
knows?
of the draft.
Who's in charge? Is it the drafters? Is it the commish? Is it
Independent.
the morning show?
You
third
can't
party.
give one singular person this much power,
Hangout?
though.
Well, that's why I said a group
Yeah.
of panel.
She's
of
drunk
3 or
with
something.
power.
Do you get someone from? Do you get a person from the morning show, from the afternoons, and from middays, and throw them on the panel? Like I don't know if Hernan would want to do a draft. I don't know if Trav does it kind of. But do we? Is there a way we can find a commission for this to evaluate both if Tommy, okay, let's say the punishment gets handed out a week ago to Tommy, and this gets announced, and he says, "I wish to appeal." Who does the appeal go to?
That's a great question. No idea.
At this point, it'd probably have to go to the fellow.
Got to go third party
draftees.
There's independent appeals that
You should
happen
maybe
in
just
sports.
pop over to the swingers place, and then you can appeal there.
Just like, hey,
I gotta
guys.
hey, I got an issue here, guys.
Yeah.
Can you help me solve it?
I'll be like really nice.
That'll be third party right there.
That's an interesting strategy, Cotton. It's a bold strategy, matter of fact.
You got to do something. It's got to be impartial. Because
that's
if it's
the
anybody
part.
in the studio,
Yeah.
they're going to be partial to you or to the commish or whoever. So it's got to be completely. If you go to the nasties, well, you're going to have a group of nasties that are completely on your side. You're going to have a group of nasties that are going to be completely on Quinn's side. So the reality of the situation has got to be completely unbiased.
Well, and that's where, do you find a third party
next
commission
door.
that also is unknown? So there's no influence.
Yeah. Completely unbiased.
We named,
ideally.
there's 3 people who are named
Yep.
to this panel, and they dictate things.
Yep.
And the commission answers to the commission. The drafters answer to the commission as hosts, because Tommy, you might have to take over with me. You're joining me as hosts of these now, at least for one. That we answer to the commission, but to avoid any sort of pressure from the public,
Yep. They have to be anonymous.
they are without name.
Yep.
They are nameless.
I agree.
We call them as just draft commission.
That's valid. Anyway, I need to get that off my chest because I felt like I was unfairly targeted.
I will say Quinn has texted.
Oh.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with.
No, she sent 2 pictures of birds and says, "Can't believe someone didn't take whatever this is in Australia." And then Eric, "Are you listening to Tom bash you on the Hangout?" He asks.
Hot damn.
That's an EST, not named. Could we add a moniker when EST not comments in these nasty chats? HR is a legit arbitrator, but HR daddy, I should say.
HR daddy.
There's bias there.
There's a family relationship in that one.
Yep. Can't have that one.
Because you could go to HR daddy and nasty nana, but they would be, they would
Well, I
be
could see
biased
that there
towards
might be
Dustin.
some concern of that.
And slightly, I would say to Lieutenant Eric, because those two are like brothers from different mothers.
I still think we need to get Quinn on the phone.
Well,
And we need to hear what her side is, just so that we can get this cleared and done.
No, there's nothing to be cleared. She was unfair. We know this.
But I think
there's
she
more
was
debate.
holding on to something from the last time there was controversy
think
between you two.
No.
And she just ran your show.
Because she is drunk with power. She has gotten a taste of what it's like to be in charge of the draft, and now she feels that she can do some things that I think are completely unfair. That's just how I feel, and this is my show too, and I get to say what I want.
You know how it should be solved? You guys should have a draft between the 2 of you.
No, it's fine. I don't care.
No,
Quinn's in the nasty chat.
you should have a
past
draft
this.
between the 2 of you. And whoever wins that particular draft gets to have whatever ruling is out there. So if Quinn gets it, you're instantly relegated for like a month.
No, I don't care. I'm relegated. I get it. But she put me behind the 8 ball, and I think that's...
She says, "In what world am I unfair?" That's
You
what she
gave
says
me a
in the nasty chat.
2% deduction before we even started. That is completely unfair. Completely unfair.
Hey, I'm just saying, like,
And, Turducken gets the okay, and then we get clarification after on the sexiest bird, Kamish's pick, after I make my selection. I would have taken Black Swan Natalie Portman as sexiest.
she's not a
sexiest
bird, man.
But she's the Black Swan. That's how it
Hooters
works.
restaurant.
Yeah. See, like, but I just thought it was
That's
like
wild.
actual bird that's sexy, right? And until, but I think Bob Loblaw out of Lloyd said I could have asked. That's fair. Yeah, I could have asked, but I assumed, and that makes an ass out of you and me. But sexiest bird, it's like, okay, what's a sexy bird? I don't know. I went with the swan. But then Eric asked and got the clarification when we were already like, I had already made my pick, and I was like, well, can I change it? And she goes, no. So completely unfair, out of the gates. And I think two, she was gunning for me because she was like,
Yeah, because
talking
she was
it
still
up.
pissed about the last thing that happened.
No reason to, because we didn't clarify how you could promote the draft on social media or on Instagram in particular. And I put it on Instagram.
I
But
actually
in
kind
her-
of like that. You got to run for yourself.
Well, but
yeah.
the thing is that the reason that there's Dusty's has a bigger following than others, so he gets.
Then build your following up.
The other one part is that for her perspective, it was a second gentleman's agreement that you broke, and that's why
The first one I admit
That's-
to.
So
some
We were
people will
supposed to
say-
pick and I did.
Two?
Some people would say there's no official rule that happened there, and Quinn officially made it a rule yesterday. But it was a gentleman's agreement to never do that, and that was the second gentleman's agreement that's broken.
On Twitter.
That's what she would
Tom,
say.
you
No
done messed
mention
up,
is-
man.
No, I didn't.
You broke two gentlemen's
No.
agreements?
No,
You
I
done
broke
messed
one.
up?
I broke one.
I'm on her side now.
No. Oh my God.
She does say she is back in the nasty chat. Tom, you can't blame me for a 13% vote.
Yeah, I
Your
can.
team was awful. You're passing the buck.
No, you're a terrible commissioner, and I will happily take my relegation. I'm not going to play by those rules.
She called you Cockatom?
Yeah, I did my hair like.
She said it a few times during the draft.
Yeah, and then
actually.
that was name calling, like just.
She was absolutely bullying
I didn't think you could stoop any lower than our former commissioner, and she has.
this is great.
gone
I
way
wish I would have
beyond that.
listened to this show.
Yeah.
It's on podcast. Get your podcast wherever they are.
Yeah, I could probably do that.
Check out
And
the
go
EST
back.
Hangout
Yeah.
presented by Sentinel Storage.
That's some good
feel
stuff.
way better.
Nice plug.
I feel way better. I'm excited. I'm excited. My buddies are here. We're gonna have a good show. It's Friday. I know it's rainy, but it's the Nasty Bash. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So I'm looking past it. Whatever. I'll take my lumps. Unfairly or not, but in my mind, completely unfair. And I'm gonna have a good time tonight. So screw this.
If the vote continues, 2 people will be relegated. 2 people will be added to the next draft.
So you need 18% not to be relegated?
Yes. Combined 18% or more.
Okay.
The one thing I will throw out there is I did throw this on EST Afternoons. I've mentioned this in the past. How does EST, and this is maybe where a commission would come into place, how do we get new people into the draft for this spot?
Well, Reed
And how do
clearly
people
wants in.
But how do people that get relegated get back into the draft? And
I can wait. That's fine. If it's gonna be like that, I can wait.
Well,
I think
the one
I
thing
think
I've
2
thrown
in a
out
row.
there, well, the one thing I have thrown out there, as one idea, is we do a promotion relegation system.
Yeah.
We do a mini draft, very small one, 30 minutes tops, 6, 7 rounds, purely on sports, something very easy. Winner of that draft, or that's your order of, if you win that draft,
I like it.
you're the number 1 contender. If you're
do
second in
they
that
get
draft, you're
now-
number 2.
But then
And
you
so
got
now
to
we have
promote
that.
them because they're moving up. Like EST's got to be like, this is the new up and coming
Well-
champion. And then they got to go after guys like this who just
no,
disrupt the system.
But he's out. He's out. If he gets relegated and Jay gets relegated, then it's one of those situations where
man.
those people get promoted.
This could
And
be
then
really good.
We do another draft. After that draft, we know who's relegated, and we do another mini draft to see who's promoted. And you earn your way.
yeah.
Earn your way into the EST draft. Don't
Yeah.
just be handed a spot in the EST
But
draft.
the mini draft is not on the radio. It's not on TV. It's just done in the back office.
You want to know something? That is fantastic.
It's a great way
Yeah.
to do it.
Because then it's completely impartial. No one
Yeah.
will know.
Yeah.
It just goes out there. There's teams 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Yeah.
Who's the best in this category?
Yes.
Yeah.
We could film it and post it after.
Great idea.
But I like that. Even better, Belsey. Even better.
Great idea. I just
Edmonton Sports Talk does say Nerd Geek Draft is set for early September. Again, thanks for talking to Edmonton Sports Talk's Hangout hosts about that.
yeah.
Letting us, maybe we should get in a conversation about when's best.
I still think you guys should do the worst,
but I
the best worst movies. That would be an unbelievable one.
But I
That'd be
do
great.
think that
Peggy's
maybe the
Vacation.
idea of maybe we need to in the next couple of weeks do a mini draft and see who gets promoted.
Yeah.
That's a good. That was a great idea. I like that. And then you're right. Don't put it on the air, and then just put it out. And it's like and then
Yeah.
you have a ranking for the number 1 contenders to get into the actual draft.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
Hey.
Big Uke, it's not a secondary draft league. So yours is a different one. I'm not getting into that one, as I said on the afternoon yesterday. To people saying, though, that Dusty was promoting his draft on a promo of Edmonton Sports Talk. Dusty is not involved with promos. Those get done by different individuals.
Great point, Jen.
That would have been done by Trev. That has nothing to do. Dusty isn't in control of that.
That's a poor choice.
But that's not Dusty's call.
I know, but that's still like pumping up.
But you can't punish someone else for something someone else did.
You can make them aware that they inadvertently were promoting someone's draft and shouldn't be.
Do you think that the commish is being a little bit of scratch is being handed her way?
There's some kind of perk, perhaps. She is one to take bribes. Guaranteed. With the way she acted yesterday. Tell you what.
Wow.
Well, it's so
It feels good to talk about
YTT
it.
supporting his host. Well, his other host is Lieutenant Eric. It wasn't like so. I'm just.
Yeah, but I mean,
But it's YTT.
YT is paid and bought.
Yeah,
No,
I mean-
I'm just. It's you can't use the promo as something here. I'm sorry. That is, and I was around Trev the entire afternoon while Dusty was busy here. There was no time for Dusty to go talk to Trev and say, "Hey, put my thing up as a promo so I can win."
Yeah, but Trev looks up to Dusty and Eric.
And that's okay, but that's not Dusty's fault.
But
So Dusty doesn't deserve a penalty for that.
but that still doesn't validate him essentially running a promo throughout the rest of the shows all day yesterday.
If it's the best
Thousands
clip,
of people are hearing it. And like, oh yeah, I should check out the draft and then go to the draft. And
if it's the best clip of
vote
the
for
show,
them.
it's the best clip of the show. They're not easy to
oh
always
my!
make a
Now
promo.
your bad commissioner side is starting to pop up.
No,
again.
I'm just I'm
Man,
going
I'm
to
here for this controversy.
I'm going to defend YouTube Trev. YouTube
I'm
Trev.
not slighting him. I'm just saying that was a
but
bad
it's-
choice.
But then no one should get punished for something Trev did.
well, I'm the only one who's being punished. And then now, well, Jay's going to get relegated too. So, sorry,
No,
Flock
but
3.
you're getting punished because you broke two gentlemen's agreements.
Okay, that is, first of all, one for
All
sure.
I heard was two.
The two, that's a stretch. One for
you
sure.
just want to admit it?
No.
Okay.
I'm admitting to you that I broke one gentleman's agreement.
Or two?
One. The second one was there's a total gray area. We didn't clarify things, and then I'm still being punished for it.
Did you potentially by accident break it?
No, it was not clarified.
Okay.
Whose team are you on? What is going on
I am
here?
impartial.
You and I have.
I am
What is
impartial.
happening here?
We're tight, thick as thieves, but I'm trying to be impartial. I'm trying to figure out why my boy's getting screwed over.
He is. But you're kind of grilling your boy
I
here.
just need to kind of figure it out.
You know what? I've talked about it. There's been some good feedback from our audience. Justice for Tommy. Congratulations to Rick. Flock 1 had a great draft. The other
The
two.
vote's still up. The vote is still up. I'm just going to throw that
If
out
our
there.
election desk is declaring it, I'll go with them. I trust
But it's
them.
not over until it's over. I will just say that.
Flock 4, not great.
Um,
I stumbled and bumbled at the end. I admit it, but
I will look right now.
I was put into a terrible spot. by
Trev
the
could have
commissioner.
clipped Tommy and we could have ran it for 12 straight hours. He'd still be relegated. Dusty.
Sounds like a guy that's bribing people.
I like this.
There's an hour and 39 minutes left in the vote on Twitter. There'd be a little longer on Insta. You never know. It's not. This isn't the
I'm not
highest
saying
vote
anything
we've
about
ever
Instagram
seen.
because I got in trouble for trying to promote our draft
No,
on
yeah,
Instagram
I can-
last time, and
I'll
apparently I
promote
broke
whatever I want.
a gentleman's agreement, which
this-
is such BS.
I can promote as I
such
wish.
BS.
We're at a certain amount of votes. I've seen higher. This is a low turnout.
It's a
If
weird
in the
draft.
next-
We're drafting birds.
If the next hour and a bit people go and vote, the results could possibly change.
It's great.
That's all I'm going to say.
Tommy,
on
if
that
you've
one.
already broke the gentleman's agreement, just go nuts on your socials. Get it up.
I hate social media.
You want to know something? I will
honestly,
say something.
you
Belty.
should.
He should have at some point just used that.
Yeah.
Go for the penalty.
You've already broke it.
'Cause
You might as well just let's go.
And
Yeah.
I think the commission yesterday said the penalty now is 2%.
So if
lose
you know what it
2%.
is,
so
then-
next draft you could have just lost 2%. And
Right.
you should have just promoted the hell out of the vote for this team. You have
should
2 hours.
do that.
do it
I'm gonna
right
do that
now.
right now.
Actually,
You have 2 hours
you've already
to go
broke
do
it.
that.
I'm
It's
gonna
like
do that
earning
right
a
now.
5-minute major.
Screw this.
You can't.
Yeah.
Or you that
Go.
for that one. I will say you can't. You don't get another a bigger
Earn
penalty.
it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna
If
go on my.
if you
in my
find a way
Instagram.
to get into the next draft,
Get yourself back in, buddy.
you should do
I'm
it on
doing it right
Insta.
now.
You have a big following. If you find the only penalty he can get is 2%.
Yeah.
Because that's what you said yesterday during the show.
I think we just solved an issue.
I'm putting it on my Instagram right now. And we're gonna rally here. And I'm not gonna get
Yeah, Matty,
relegated.
cheers, buddy.
Thank you, boys. Oh God, this is. You know what, Quinn? If I pull this off, I need to deserve a statue. If I pull this off, so I'm gonna do it. We're gonna put it on my Instagram, And maybe I pull off a miracle.
I think everybody needs to get to Tommy's Instagram right now.
Give me a sec here.
And fire it up.
How long do we've got on this draft? It says it does say 22 hours, so there's quite a bit of time still on this.
He's got what 2 hours left, according to that.
Yeah.
Oh man, Tom, you got lots of time, buddy.
And then where is the vote? Yeah.
The vote is a little bit later.
Did you just add me to this?
Yep.
Oh, you want me to help
I'm
you
going to
promote
use the
this?
power of Hello
All
Hockey.
right.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yep.
You want me to be like,
Yep.
support my boy?
Yep. Just vote for Team 3. Vote for Flock 3.
It actually is cool. The one thing I do like about Insta versus Twitter is I could see who voted for who. Those will stay always. Those have to stay. I will not publicly announce who voted for who, but it's actually quite fascinating to see that part.
I just put in there, vote for Team 3.
Yep.
Hashtag justice for Tom.
Jay says Tom needs to pump up the Twitter vote mostly. Go Tom. And
I'm going to.
No, but it's all combined. So if he can get just whatever type of vote he can, go get. It's a little easier to pump up, I feel like, an Insta vote. So
That's what I'm doing right now.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's happening right now. I'm
Stick
putting
together.
it on Instagram. You know what, Quinn? I might have the last laugh. I really hope I do.
Quinn's already. All right, another 2%. You better hope you get to 20%.
You can't impose another 2% right now. That's not something you can just do. Not for this draft. Nope.
This is so good.
I like this loophole that was found here.
You know what, Commish? Screw you. I will do the Bryce Howard. Get the F out of my clubhouse.
Wow. Okay, you're hurting yourself now, buddy.
No, but somebody texted in that I should give her the Bryce Howard treatment. Okay, it's going up.
Well,
I'm going to put an arrow. Do arrow. Yep.
The official drink of the EST Hangout is a Finnish long drink, legend in 1952. A drink unlike any other sparkling refreshment, real liquor at longdrink.com/Canada. Enter your postal code and find a liquor store or an establishment nearest you with the long drink in stock. They've got the traditional, sugar-free. Unfortunately, we still have yet to see that peach one that Tom luckily had in the States, and says it's absolutely delicious. Hopefully, fingers crossed that will come soon enough. Tom, you're getting a lot of love in the Nasty Chat.
Thank you, Nasties. I very much appreciate that.
Cock of Tom's on fire right now.
Yes, sir.
Getting,
what a turn of events.
There's
If I pull this off.
going your way for this, so we will have to see what this voting is.
I hope you get like 26%.
Yep.
And you just go on an absolute heater.
You know what's interesting about that is if he moves the needles enough and votes do change, could that bring Dusty down, who has a 2%? He traded for Tom's 2%.
So he
penalty.
took my 2% hit.
Could Dusty fall
this
enough?
could get
Oh, shoot.
real.
I'm team 4.
Oh, you're team 4?
Yeah.
You just promote team
no.
3.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Okay, delete.
Well, Jay got the...
No, we're getting rid of that. Thank you, Tanis. Oh, my bad. I got to delete this.
You were getting all fired up.
Yeah. So fix that.
Oh,
What?
is this a penalty? I'm just going to throw this
You
out
can't
there.
impose a penalty now.
I'm not asking about you.
Oh, okay.
Lieutenant Eric in the Nasty Chat said, let Tom cook, folks.
Thank
Vote
you.
3.
No, not 3.
No,
it's 4.
I like what he
he's
did.
one of the drafters telling people what to vote, and he said a team.
Ah.
Is that not a penalty?
Can't impose it now.
I kind of like what he just did.
But is that based on the ruling that the commission's laid out that you cannot? I guess you said you can't promote for your own team.
Yeah.
I guess that's the thing.
I don't care, man. I'm going for
Well,
broke
no, but
on this.
Lieutenant Eric maybe has
Oh,
done something.
I see.
That's what I'm. Or is that all? I think a draft commission is necessary.
I think so too.
That's what happens when you have an inept commissioner.
Oh boy.
Just saying.
Let me get this here, Tommy, and then we can.
Thank you. Use the power of social media.
There you go. Let me repost that. There you go.
Yeah, people are now laughing at you a little bit. Haha, Tom, you're promoting Glue Guy.
It was briefly. I'm sorry. It was up for like 20 seconds. We're getting
Maybe we do. It's maybe things
Promotion
go the way,
should be
well, I was
allowed.
gonna say maybe this is the easiest way of going about it.
Yeah, you should be allowed to promote your team.
What is the 2% penalty?
Yeah, nothing.
Go for if you know you're about to get
you
relegated.
what
Why
it
not
is.
just go
Yes.
for it?
Yeah.
Go all out.
You should be able to have
Like
the whole
that's-
thing. Plan a parade for all I care.
Well,
I traded the 2% penalty away. I tried to be nimble and adapt on the fly. And
Lieutenant Erickson docked me 20. I'm still winning. But it's not that part. It's based on you get it for the next draft because of the penalty. Tom didn't get a 2% deduction from his last draft.
Yeah.
He got a 2% deduction going into the next draft.
yeah. There we go.
That's the issue.
Hey, I like this hangout today. We're solving issues.
Yeah, we are.
Are we?
We are.
Or have we?
Or we're causing more.
Has there been more issues caused?
We caused a couple. We solved a couple. I think we're doing good things today.
We'll see how this impacts anything. Like, does the needle get moved? Does the needle get moved at all? Or is the voting still going to end up falling the way they are?
I really hope the needle starts moving. Oh,
There we go.
we got a new follower because of this.
Excellent.
Attaboy, Matt. Vote for Tom.
Thank you, Matt.
Not me.
Nope.
Okay.
Golly.
Quinn says Big Uke has taken Quinn's side. That's how ridiculous it's getting. You know what, Quinn? You set the bar at ridiculous.
Oh, boy.
You set the bar at ridiculous.
Kakatom is very spicy.
Yep. Well, I mean, I was treated so unfairly. We'll see if we can pull this off.
I don't know if Big Uke's fully
Man, we're getting people following like
gone that
crazy,
way.
man.
I'm not
love
sure I
this.
would
I
say
love
that
this.
fully. But, well, Big Uke already in the nasty chat going, whoa. So I don't know if Big Uke's, I think that might be being misrepresented.
Oh.
Just on that one specific comment, LOL, Big Uke says. Not on the overall. He was going with that you just hate your own team.
I admitted that I didn't have a good draft.
But it doesn't matter because we're going for justice today.
We're getting justice here. That's right. So if I'm being penalized, whatever, I'm doing it. Good call. Good call on just going for broke. Vote for Flock for team.
I mean, Quinn's in the chat saying she's Gary Bettman.
Yeah, she said
worse
something
than-
yesterday, which I
Man.
know that she
Quinn, you
there is
wildin'.
she can't get voted out or whatever, and she's just declaring that she's commissioned for life, basically.
I mean,
I am not interested in taking over.
I just really
So
am here
Rip
for
City
all
Step,
this.
I am not looking for that at all. I have done my time.
Yep.
As I said, new place, new me. I want to be more on Belzy's side, like doing this stuff. It's a lot more fun.
It's way more fun, hey?
a lot more fun.
Yeah.
So
Right in the middle, spin it whatever way you need to.
Done. It's out there. Let's go get it.
Quinn, looks like I just need to lay out more official rules. Which I'll say that I agree. There should be more things laid out. But who comes up with these rules?
I agree.
Is it the
You can't just
is
have
it just
one
the
singular
drafters
person.
well, that's the thing. And when the commissions in the past ever tried to, whether Quinn or the past commissioner ever tried making rules, it gets pushed back on by the drafters and stuff. So is this who's making this rules?
Yeah.
Who gets to approve?
Should be
these
the
rules?
draft commission.
I agree. I think there needs to be a draft commission installed. An independent,
Yep.
unknown
Body.
draft commission.
Yeah.
Yep. Then
That's what I
it
think this
keeps
needs to
everybody
go to.
at bay.
If we pull this off, I will have the last laugh, and I'm just gonna be like, you know what? You want to play with the ball and get the horns. Anyway,
This is the EST Hangout right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports, presented by Play Alberta. Use the promo codes EST Sports. Deposit 20, get a $50 free sports bet. YUG 50, deposit 5, and get a $50 free bet. I used EST Sports yesterday on Jay's Play of the Day.
Did it
This is
hit?
Bo Levi Mitchell, 250 plus passing yards, 2 TDs. Yes, it did.
Boom.
Yes, it did.
Boom.
So we hit that one. So yeah, Play Alberta, playalberta.ca. Coming up at 11 o'clock, we do have the lock shop. Myself and Huss will be on. Oil Stream, Tommy and Reed will be on for that one. We've got EST Afternoons, her and myself, and then the Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne live from the St. Albert Rugby Club. They are on from 3 until 6, however, from 4:30 till 5:30. It will be the Green and Gold Kickoff Show. Myself and Jay Milne will get you set for the game. We'll also be live at the St. Albert Rugby Club for the Nasty Bash and have the post-game show going tonight once Elks and Owls does wrap up Nasty Bash 6 o'clock-ish is what we're saying for the time to be there and stuff like that. So it is the third of 4 majors. 1 month ago today, I will have to send out a nice tweet on this one. 1 month ago today, we had our second major, which was the EST Golf Classic presented by Fly Alberta. We now have the third major, and then the fourth major is coming up a little over a month from now, EST, September 16th. Lock that date down.
I've been inviting everybody to the Estes, by the way.
Good.
Like Jared and Richie are bringing the wives and girlfriends.
I love it.
Well, wives, I should say, from Modern. So the boys are coming. They're already they're showing me like what they're gonna wear.
I love it.
And Kim and Alyssa were like, I think Alyssa was not sure what she's gonna wear, and I'm like, do whatever. Well, last year, Jess Jackson and Danny. They did like the 50s glam, and they look great. Like, it was such a good time.
There has been some movement on the vote. I will just say
Yes,
that.
there really.
I don't remember what I said before, but
man.
it's the team there's one of the teams has moved up to 17%.
I like Big Maple. He's trying to give a summary of what's going on. Abutski, Tommy is continuing the pity party. Boom Boom is a blind loyalist and helping Tommy break more unofficial rules. And YTT is a corporate puppet.
You're up to date.
I'll give that a round of clicks.
That's
Well
good,
played,
yeah.
well played. That's
Boom
so
Boom
good.
did at one point say, "I agree with the commission on this
Yeah,
part." So
I'm not a blind loyalist. Yep.
I think he has been.
I've been right down the middle.
I would throw Belsey in the conversation of EST Draft Commission part of it,
Ooh,
but
that's spicy.
I think you'd be very fair at that one.
I would be fair. I wouldn't let anything slide.
This is amazing. This is awesome.
Oh, Danny in the nasty chat. Wow, thank you, Tommy. Should Eric wear the fur coat tonight?
Yes. Oh, that would be badass. Go full Strevler. Remember Strevler at the
no
Grey Cup
shirt
race?
and with the fur coat.
And a cowboy hat.
Is the commish coming to the nasty tonight?
She asked yesterday.
She might beat me
forgot
up if
about it or
she's there.
something.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
She would kick my ass.
I don't know if she's ever been to the Nasty Bash.
I don't think
Today might be the day.
so. You want to see a
She's
show.
ever been.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Avoid her the whole time.
She comes to talk to you, shake her hand, you walk away to the other side.
Broken nose. Tommy's crying in the corner by himself.
Oh, this is great.
Interesting.
Well,
That's interesting.
good times.
Interesting. How about
It's
that?
going to be. There's just a few more hours left in that vote. We'll know the answer by the time the oil stream starts today. That's the one thing we can say.
Let's go, nasties. Let's spice this thing up.
Let's get to Hangout headlines.
All
Brought to
right.
you by the Ranch Golf and Country Club. Premier conditions, top-notch service, unmatched value. Book your tee time today. Visit theranchgolf.com. The big thing happening tonight is all the way out in Montreal, which we'll be watching at the Nasty Bash. It is the Edmonton Elks taking on the Montreal Alouettes. The Elks looking for their second win of the season. Where are you guys at going into this one? Because Jay's feeling really good about the Elks. Hernan basically he guaranteed it yesterday. He guaranteed a BC victory yesterday too, which he got. He guaranteed the Elks winning in Montreal.
I do like their chances. I honestly do, with all the injuries that that have happened to the Alouettes, MBT starting, Cody Fajardo revenge game, the Elks being right on the cusp of wins. I know the Saskatchewan one, they clawed back in the fourth quarter, just couldn't go over the top, and then they should have won last week. I mean, the Julian Grant drop in the end zone with a minute left, you have to catch that ball.
That's tough.
I like the building blocks that have been put in place. The results haven't been there. I think this scenario favors Edmonton if they can take advantage. And I think they have a lot going for them tonight. I like their chances of winning. It'd be a big win. It's not the true Alouettes. Who cares? Take advantage, get the W.
Well, if it's not the true Alouettes, then you got to go with the Elks just based on the way that they're starting to put pieces together.
Yeah.
With that being said, I always say good teams find a way to win, and they're finding ways to lose. So I'm kind of on the fence.
Sign of a bad team.
I'm kind of on the fence. Yeah, like I'm on the fence of, could this game be the thing that kickstarts all the building blocks that they've put in place. But if they lose that game, like, this is not a good scenario for them.
Well, they fall to 1-7 if they lose.
Yeah.
The season's over.
They very much need
a
to
big-time
sweep
game.
August. What's left?
Yeah.
Now, because BC won yesterday. That makes it more
That was
difficult.
a huge win.
And one team is going to win between Toronto and Ottawa.
Yeah.
Unless there's a tie. But likely one team will win. So one of those teams will be 2 points up on the Elks before tonight, like before we could even go into tonight. Because it's a crossover, it makes it 3 points because you have to be outright better. You can't have a tiebreaker against them. You have to be outright better in the CFL. But you're also now behind the BC Lions. I'm of the mind, like, I agree with everything Jay Hernan and you've just said there, Tommy, which is it's their injuries, all that. It's just now with what we've seen from the Elks. Until they win, I can't bet on them.
Yeah.
I can't say they're the team that's going to go win tonight until they go prove it with another victory.
Yeah.
Once they get that, then, like, if they win tonight, I'd feel good about saying, you want to know something? Going up against Toronto, it's an even matchup. I could feel like Edmonton could win. I could say that again. Mm-hmm. But until they get that win again, I can't say it.
Yeah, like, to me, it's just, when you look at the Chris Jones era, they found ways to lose based off penalties. They were one of the most undisciplined teams out there.
And lack of execution.
And lack of execution
Or
also was a big thing. Yeah, so those are the reasons why they're losing.
Get the ball.
They lost in that particular era. Now you're into this era. There's been building blocks. They're playing better. Their defense is not bleeding.
Defense is bad.
Bleeding.
It's been bad.
Points as much as they used to.
True.
So they're taking these steps to become a better team. But right now, what are they? They're 1-6. So I can't sit here and be like, well, you know what? They're going to go in 100% guarantee. They're going to go into Montreal despite the injuries and say they're going to win. I just can't. To me, it's.
I'm not saying they're going to win. I'm just saying I like their chances, though.
I hope they're going to win. Let's just put it that way. Do I think they are? Tough.
Montreal's ripe for the picking.
Yeah, they're 2.4 underdogs. Montreal 2.5 favorites. Edmonton's plus 112 on the money line for this one. It's just, though, with what I've seen from the Elks over the last number of years in the Chris Jones era and all that, you expect this win now. Like, you go into that game, like, look at all these injuries.
Yeah.
You go, and what happens is MBT lights up for 350 yards, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Alex Holland's playing his first game since last year, I would assume. And he's going to go off for 120 yards and a touchdown. And it's just, that's what I'm used to seeing from the Elks now, and is the history. And it's until they show me that that's not who they are anymore. I can't go fully that way. Like, they should be a close game at the very least. I think there's as good of a chance as Montreal win this as MBT getting pulled in this game, actually, and them having to go to Caleb Evans. Like, it's such a fine line, but the question will come down to, if this game is close in the fourth quarter, will the Elks figure it out in a week how to finish the plays that they need?
Can their D stop something?
Can their D make the stop when it matters and most at the end? Will the receiver make the catch when it's not an easy catch in a crucial moment? Like, will that happen? Because right now, they like
the one play.
It's that
they need that
you could
one
go
play.
last week and say the Elks deserve to win, or they were the better team. They should have won, but they didn't.
Yeah, no.
And it's not because of anything. They missed. They didn't finish their plays.
Yeah.
They didn't get the stop.
They didn't get the stop.
Bo Levi goes and cuts them up, and then they can't finish and execute on that one play.
They can't.
And
Julian Grant can't catch the football. Like, but are they all of a sudden going to figure that out a week later?
And that was a catchable football.
It was perfect.
100%.
That's 100% a catchable football.
That's not even one where you could be like, well, the ball was kind of, or there's
right
nothing.
You
You
have to make that cut.
Yes.
Simple.
Or that catch, not cut.
Okay, on the west side stands, where I was, and like I was Bruce Simpson was sitting right beside me, Gord Hines was right beside me, and then I've got the whole bench, and then the fans. Everyone was like cheering, and they're like, "Yes, touchdown! That's a huge." And then you just see the ball squirt loose, and you're like, "Oh my god!"
At the very least, you're going overtime. Like, I think, because look, we saw yesterday BC or Hamilton quickly get the field goal to tie that football game.
Yes.
I think Hamilton does that last week with the amount of time that would have been left at that. But who knows? Maybe then you go in and overtime, or maybe you do actually get that stop. But it comes out, you need that catch.
Yes.
But in a week, is Julian Grant also going to make those catches?
Yeah.
Are they like and it's not that specific one, but in that crucial play that is necessary for this team to win a football game, Are they going to make the play? And right now, the history of this season and a number of seasons says, no, they will not.
Yeah.
That is correct.
And they just need that one confidence builder. And that catch could have been that confidence builder.
That would have been a huge win. He would
That
have
one
stopped.
stop could be that
Hamilton's
confidence
winning
builder to
streak,
get you
yeah.
over that hump and to
BC
change.
got that yesterday.
Exactly. So
I will say I do like the chances of the defense possibly getting a turnover today. If you can't get a turnover against MBT,
Oh, God.
then they ain't getting a turnover.
You better
the rest
knock
of the
on wood.
season type thing.
you better knock
That's
on
fake.
wood.
It's better than drywall. There you go.
It's we should see an interception today. I would think. Like if you
From an
can't-
actual DB, or is it going to be Cerezza
or
again?
I'll take the linebacker on that one, not the D line.
Okay.
Not the D line. It should come from someone else. They
Right.
should be able to. You make a play on McLeod Bethel Thompson. What is his stats this season in terms of that? I'll quickly look it up here. McLeod Bethel Thompson this season. He is. Of course, they don't put it right away. You have to go scrolling for it. Right now, this season, he's 4 touchdowns, 4 picks in the games he's played.
And 1-3 is his record. He went and smack talked the CFL and TSN panel last week, and then he goes and has a dud game against Saskatchewan.
In the 5 games he's played, which includes the time in Edmonton where he didn't play long, he's thrown a pick in 3 of those. The Edmonton game you almost can't count because it was late in it.
Yeah.
But he threw 2 against Hamilton. He threw 1 against Calgary. He threw 1 against Saskatchewan. You should be able to go find a way to make a play on McLeod Bethel Thompson. If they're going to win a football game, I'll say that. If they win tonight, the Elks have had an interception.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think that. But if you don't get this done, then it's just like, what are we doing here?
Montreal's offense last week, the furthest they got was like their own 48, wasn't it?
I can let you know quickly.
Or did they actually get to Saskatchewan's 48?
So drive chart.
Yeah. Like they were
Does it say when it
anemic.
ends? Doesn't say when it ends.
Now,
but it was
Sask is
punt,
great.
punt, field goal, interception, punt, field goal, turnover downs, punt, turnover downs, end of game.
Awful.
Boy.
Their biggest drive was 33 yards, 7 plays, 33 yards. That started at their own 31.
So they did
by the
get
math,
into
that would be the
Saskatchewan zone.
closest that they're going to get to that territory. It doesn't tell you where it ended. I wish it did. That would have been a cool little
What was
set.
time of possession? Because that sounds like it was all Sask. I only caught a bit of that game the other day.
Ooh. 36-50, so almost 37-23.
Yeah, that's
That's close. That's closing in on
score
Elks BC
reflects
territory.
that. Yeah. Well, that was
40
43-17. Yeah.
Right, but of time of possession, was
Yeah.
it? Was it?
Yeah. It was
17?
43-17.
Right, because that was closer. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Time of possession.
Still more. Yes.
Score was closer. But
So yeah, the offense of Montreal last week, they had 132 yards of passing and 59 yards of rushing. That's it. So you should be able to go and get things done, I think, against this.
well played, Boom Boom.
Thank you.
Before we get to whatever you're laughing at, Jay and Matt's big play of the game. If you do like the Elks, we have them not winning but covering at 3.5. The game total of 48 points. Fajardo throwing for 275 yards or more, and Rankin having 50 plus rushing yards. That's plus 1,395.
What?
Yeah.
I'll sprinkle on that.
Yeah.
They might have to.
I'm definitely sprinkling that.
Play Alberta, playalberta.ca, click on EST specials. You're not getting that one anywhere else. I'm telling you that one right now.
No. Okay. I might
Elks
give
find
it
a way to win tonight. I find it hard to believe that Fajardo's not having over 300 yards passing and Rankin's not over 50 yards rushing. Jay and Matt's big play of the game. We'll talk more about it on the Green and Gold kickoff show when myself and Jay take over the airwaves at 4:30. The St. Albert Rugby Club as we get you set for Elks. Als.
I love it.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, I just posted. I saw Tommy's his tweet, and I reposted it. And I said, "Tom's team is hot garbage,
Not a lie.
but this vote is about principle.
Yes, it is.
Well, what's that principle?
You can't get screwed over."
By the commissioner.
And in your eyes, Belsey, what's the screw over though?
It doesn't matter.
Well, it does. It does.
It doesn't. This vote is about principle because I need to stir things up
Okay.
to the point where I want to see how this vote will turn out. I hope that Tommy doesn't get relegated.
So your principle is your own principle of
yes.
I want to cause problems and hate.
Yes.
I love this.
Not a principle of the draft, not a principle of how people perceive Tommy may have been treated or whether the commish was right or wrong.
She was completely
yours
wrong.
Yours is just strictly I want to create havoc.
He loves havoc.
Right now, I want to create havoc. But at the same time, I need to see a moment where Tom and the commish come together to right the wrongs of the past. There you go. That's my principle. I want to see wrongs righted, but I also want a little havoc too.
I respect this. We're up to 18% on Instagram. Thank you to everybody who's voted for me on Instagram. Not about the percent
fully. I will just say that.
But it's a combination, right?
It's a combination of the votes.
Yeah.
So can you pull in enough votes?
We're at 15 on Twitter.
On Insta to balance this out? That's the big question.
I want it all. As Queen
I'll have to do the math later today.
Let's go.
And calculate it all.
Let's go.
Big Maple, don't hate, buddy. Don't hate.
I love this.
It's good stuff.
Team 4.
Yeah. Quinn's probably laughing somewhere, being like, "This is outrageous."
You're getting outplayed, Quinn.
Or she's upset. We'll find out.
I don't see Quinn being that upset about this.
She gets mad.
Fun.
She gets pretty mad.
I think she likes to poke fun, and yeah.
If anyone gets mad, it might be Reed, because if all of a sudden Tommy and
then
Jay don't get relegated, Reed can't get back in.
Too funny.
Yeah, this will be good.
Yeah.
Portions of this hour of the EST Hangout, they're brought to you by the High Product Marketing, official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Promotional products that bring the buzz. Check them out, thehiveproductmarketing.com. Bells, are you coming on out down to the Nasty Bash?
I don't think today I'm going to.
There's no multiple days of the Nasty Bash. It's not like a festival.
I know, but this day in this year, I will not be there. Okay. At least I do not think. But you never know.
It'd be nice if you were there.
At 11 o'clock, all of a sudden the door
I might
opens.
kick
Bells,
that
look
door
who's
open.
here! Boom!
I might kick that door open.
That'd be wonderful.
Like the Undertaker popping out of one of those buried alive matches. Here comes a hand out.
And just, like, gets up.
You might.
Jason the Acadian are the new deposit codes for August. Yeah, it's a rollover once again. EST Sports deposit 20 and you get a $50 free sports bet, or YEG 50 deposit 5 get a $50 free sports bet. That's for new and existing members once for the month. So you can use those again and you'll get the 2 free 50s if you deposit through 2 deposits, $25.
Excellent.
And that, as I said earlier, I used my EST Sports yesterday on Jay's Play of the Day. I opened up my app. I've never seen this before, but when I opened up my Play Alberta app, it said, "You won," and it showed me how much I won. I was like, "Yay!"
Nice. I like that.
Really nice.
It does feel nice.
It was nice little extra, just them not just seeing the account higher. It was just you won, and then they're showing your money. Like, yeah.
It feels nice.
Yeah,
it does.
So the account went up a little bit.
Buddy of mine always said,
Jay's Play of the Day.
Yeah, a buddy of mine used to say, "It's only gambling if you lose." I said, I don't really agree with that statement, but he's like, nope, it's only gambling if you lose.
This is the type of buddy that only tells you about the wins, right?
It was Joel Ward.
Was it? Oh, jeez.
You never.
It's only gambling if you lose.
Use your game sense, bet responsibly. You should never put in more than you ever can afford to lose, type thing.
Yeah.
Like if that's how you should go about it. I love doing my small bets. Like putting 5 in is great. I could do little small things. Try to see if you can build it up. It can be a fun little game.
What's the saying? Scared money doesn't win. Is that what it's?
We're not enabling people.
No,
here.
I know, but that's like the saying
right now. But
yeah. Anyway.
Scared money doesn't win means that you can't win without betting it.
Yeah, it means you might. No. We're trying to be responsible betting.
Use your game.
It's the same as like if only I could win the lottery, and then some people are like, do you play it? And you're like, no, and then it's like, well, you can't win.
Yeah.
If only I want
zero chance.
Early bird bet, by the way, that Dusty threw up. Elks plus 3.5, Rankin 40+ rushing yards, and Sneed 60+ receiving yards. That's plus 333 on EST specials at Play Alberta as well.
So, Maddie, last time we were here, I was here. You sat in that particular chair, and we talked about the WNBA.
We're not. Do we need to get into this?
And the situation that presented itself in that particular day. That was on a Wednesday.
Do we need to get into this?
We are now on a Friday the following week. and there has been 4 thrown.
Yeah.
So now is it still about the play, or is it about they're making that league a mockery?
This isn't about making the league a mockery. This isn't about the play. This is just now about guys or gals
Being
whoever's
complete
throwing this.
meatheads?
Yeah.
Oh, you talk about the
Yeah, that's what it is.
dumb.
now. It's, hey, this
'Cause
happened
it's
here,
like-
this is happening here. Everyone's talking about it. I'm now going to go do it.
Didn't one of the guys get arrested?
Yeah, he's an 18-year-old.
That's dumb. Like, don't do that.
Like, and I think, like, there's a who's the Jordan Schmaltz or whatever, the former NHLer that's on Twitter a lot?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is it him? I think he tweeted something yesterday. Maybe I misread it, that they didn't let him into a WNBA game because he had talked about the idea of throwing one. He's like, I didn't bring one with me, but they still wouldn't let me in or something. So like, they are being extra careful with this now. It seems.
Well, Schmaltz
completely
went on and
disrespectful.
he, I think one of his tweets was like pretty outrageous. And basically he's like, I'm going to bring 4 of them or something like that.
Jeez.
It
just-
was interesting early, and I guess you could laugh a little bit early. Now it's just like, what are we doing here, guy? Like,
Yeah.
I would say it's mostly guys, likely.
Assuming.
Enough with this. Like, you don't.
Yeah.
But it's now they want to be the viral stories, then go with their buddies and be like, look, I did this type thing.
Yeah.
That's where we're at now. I don't know how the WNBA right now stops this.
I don't either, but it was, I felt like it was built off the premise of disrespect.
100%. Don't throw anything onto a playing surface anywhere at any time. Just don't. Just don't. Don't run onto the playing surface.
I'm not going to go that far
Hats
because
for hat tricks.
hats for hat tricks,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
octopus,
Yeah,
the
okay.
rats. I'm all good with that stuff, but like, because that stuff was adds to the elements of the game. This is just absolutely insane, and it's ultra disrespectful.
Yes. Okay, Big Dave via the inbox, 780-218-9999 says, on the situation issue we're talking about now, he thinks he read it in The Athletic. It's being done as a promo by a crypto company. That's stupid. That's stupid if
I
that's
actually
true.
did see a little bit of something on that. I don't know if they're
It's a
running all of
terrible
them,
promo.
but if you know who the crypto company is, their money's people are going to make money. It's those pump and dumps.
Sad but true. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I just don't know where you go with this if you're the WNBA to stop it.
Either do I, but
They have
it's
installed no bag policy for a period right now.
well, they almost should just have the
Clear
Elks do the
bag.
clear bag.
Big
But,
Dave
like-
says that's what they're doing.
But
It's kind of
I can put it
disheartening
in my
though.
hoodie right now, right here.
Yeah, they're gonna have to pat down
Is that-
everybody.
well, yeah, like I don't think metal detectors aren't going to sense those ones. You're going to have to do full pat.
You're
down
gonna have to
type
do
thing. Like
something.
That's and announce major punishments and stuff. But also, what are how do you have full punishments there when you're not governments? Like the guy could get charged, but I don't know how far that is. And you can just say we're going to charge you.
Would be like a lewd
How many
act.
people are going to get charged for that?
Well, the
before
one guy
people
got
stop?
what did he get? It's just I saw it actually earlier today.
I mean, there's kids at these games. Come on.
Well, and that's the other piece of this puzzle, right? Like everybody talks about, especially when the WNBA went online and the PWHL now, and people sit there and say, hey, like I can take my little girl to this game so that they can now look up to like Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and whoever else is the stars of these games. And so now they can be like, I want to be a basketball player too. But now you got these donkeys that are showing up and they're throwing this stuff on the court, and it's just so disrespectful to what, hey, if you don't appreciate the game that the women they're playing, then that's on you. That's your opinion. But at the end of the day, don't show up to this game to make a mockery of what they're trying to do, because they've worked and sacrificed their entire life to become WNBA players. So they should deserve the respect to play without having that nonsense happen.
Fair.
18-year-old was booked on suspicion of disorderly conduct, assault, and public display of explicit sexual material. The item that he threw hit a man and his 9-year-old niece, police
Oh,
say.
jeez.
That's brutal.
It was caught on video. He took it out of his sweater, threw it, then left the area. Somebody tackled him, held him on the ground until police arrived.
Good.
Yeah.
And then I'm seeing this other one. I think there's another. This one might have been from yesterday.
Because there was two I saw last week. You sent one. You're like, what's going on?
There's a 23-year-old that was charged with disorderly
Yeah.
conduct, public indecency, and criminal trespass. So another person has been charged in all of these. So there's at least been 2 charges. Hopefully that holds it back. And yeah, I'm reading there's an article. Crypto Group says it orchestrated sex toy tosses in WNBA games.
Yeah, that's
that's
ridiculous.
But there's gonna be dum-dums out there. They're like, that's hilarious, and we're gonna buy in. And
Yeah.
it's a cheap way to get advertising. And you're basically giving these 2 guys criminal records now.
Oh,
so
and
you're
then-
sacrificing their future potentially.
Yeah, they're idiots.
They're idiots.
Good thing you got your money for that, but at that age, we're stupid, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just sucks for those females that are putting everything out there to have that like.
Well, and then the
okay,
game
cool.
has to stop, and it's just like we're dealing with this again. Like it's just none of it's necessary.
I agree.
But here we are.
Here we are. Here we are.
Do we hear by the time you're here next week? Is there
I
another
don't.
one?
I don't think there'll be another one. Well, I shouldn't say that. I think there'll be at least one more, and then after that, I think it'll probably calm down.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I really do hope so. There's actually regular season games coming up to Vancouver soon. I don't know if it's this weekend or something.
would
It's
like
the
to-
first WNBA game in Canada that's a regular season.
Yeah, that'd be good. If they ever expand, do you think Vancouver would be an opportunity for a WNBA team?
I honestly,
It'll never be in
actually,
the NBA.
truth, I think they'll be in the NBA one day.
You think so? They'll come back?
If they ever do the NHL, which is 36-40 type thing,
Yep.
I think Vancouver's in that running.
You'd
At
have to-
32, no. At 32, you're doing Seattle and Vegas. Those are the 2 that need to be.
Yeah, Seattle
sort
has
of-
to come
yeah.
back. The Supersonics have to come back.
If you're talking about 34, you're adding 2 more. Who's missing in the U.S.? I think Nashville, maybe.
Yep. They're
That's
talking
a
about
city.
Nashville getting an MLB team.
Well, they're thinking
and that's
about-
a huge baseball community with Vanderbilt
Yeah.
near there.
Would they think about moving Memphis? Because Memphis, the reports and what's going on in Memphis are not good.
Yeah, well, you never know. But like, what other cities?
How dangerous it is, the buildings that they're in. I think it was Desmond Bain, right? He got traded to Orlando, and he got to Orlando, and he was like, man, the practice facility that the Grizzlies have is basically like a dungeon.
Really?
It's like there's no windows. Everything's locked down. It's dirty. It's beat up city. And actually, Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp, before he got fired from ESPN, they actually went and talked about how bad Memphis was, and that's why a lot of these guys are trying to get out of there. So, could you see a Memphis potentially move because of that
Maybe.
to like Nashville?
Maybe, but it's like after Nashville though, Vegas and Seattle. Who's left in the U.S.?
Kansas.
I think they'd rather have Vancouver than Kansas. Like that's why I see the Vancouver one day possibly getting it again.
Yeah, well, that's a good question.
WNBA, I truly wonder
San Diego.
about. Do they have an arena for it?
They have an old arena that the Gulls play out
Which
of.
I don't think would be
Yeah.
big
It's
enough
like
for
from
an
the
NBA.
70s.
They haven't had a team since the Clippers moved from there.
Yeah.
Maybe them. I don't know if like. Just trying to think if there's. I think you've got most cities kind of covered. Maybe Buffalo, but I think Vancouver had a Buffalo. I know the late
St.
David
Louis?
Stern. Yeah.
Yeah, St. Louis would be a good one.
I know the late David Stern always said it was a regret of his, and I'm assuming then there'd be other people in the NBA that they left Vancouver as quickly as they
Yeah.
did.
That was an ownership situation. I know the team was never really
Ownership,
good.
nobody ever wanted to go play there, really.
Oh,
I don't think Vancouver was really, I could be wrong, where it is today
Got
in terms of a
behind it.
city.
Yeah.
I think 10 really helped push them even further into being we're world class.
Yep.
But to the WNBA, I do wonder about this city.
You think here?
I know
could
there was
see it
interest.
working.
Really?
Yeah.
Now there's a huge buzz around the WNBA, and there's San Francisco got a team, Toronto's getting a team, so like some of those bigger cities are getting them. So it might be Edmonton would be lower on a list. The two things I do wonder about is one for the Oilers. It's a perfect schedule for. It doesn't compete much with
Yeah.
the Oilers.
Yep.
Well, that's who was interested.
Yeah, but it's like it's throughout the summer,
Yeah.
so it's like it's extra dates to fill your building out.
Yep.
Get that going. And I don't think, and maybe I'm naive on this part, But Edmonton in the summer is unbelievable. I don't think you'll have a difficult time convincing superstars of the WNBA to want to come here if you could. Because you get beautiful weather. It's a great city. It's vibrant. It's going in the summer. And that's when they would see it. They don't have to be here in the crap.
I don't disagree with anything that you just said, but there's still that element of the border that makes people not want to do it.
Sure.
Because Toronto, so one of the things when they talk about the Raptors and the NBA and they go, okay, well, what is Toronto? They don't view it as a big market city or big market team.
You hear people say they're surprised when they got there and they're like, oh, this is...
Even though Toronto, from a city perspective, is what, fourth or fifth biggest metropolis in all of North America?
It's like as big as Chicago.
Yeah. So from that perspective, that's a massive market team. It's one of the top 5 in the entire NBA. But they view it as a small market team because they have to cross the border to become part of the Toronto Raptors.
But this isn't the NBA at that full end. This is the WNBA, and I think things are a lot more equal here. Like, you don't have the big NBA owners owning these WNBA teams right now.
Yeah. That
you could have, if you came to Edmonton, some of those places do not play in full bar, like NHL, NBA type arenas.
Right.
Some teams go to those arenas when Caitlin Clark rolls through town, but they play at smaller places.
Yeah.
I don't think the Sparks play at Crypto or at Intuit Dome. You could be that team that says, we're playing in it. Look at this bar.
They're at Crypto.
No.
I remember seeing their locker room.
I think they moved out of there unless they moved back. Because I remember seeing a clip of their game from last year, and they weren't playing there.
Oh.
LA Sparks. Because the Lakers stopped owning
The Aces
them.
play...
Oh, no, they are Crypto.
Yeah.
I thought they moved.
The Aces play at, like, Mandalay Bay or one of those, like, there's smaller arenas.
Yeah, smaller venues,
MGM, with it's like 10,000 seats. Yeah.
There's
It's
a few of those,
T-Mobile.
but then there's a couple that will play in the big spots, and then they'll move, like Maddie said, for Caitlin Clark.
But the one thing I would say, like, it's... In the NBA, if Edmonton hypothetically ever got an NBA team, which is never going to happen, but you go draft Cooper Flagg, you could start the countdown on when he leaves. He's not going to resign in Edmonton. Like he's those type of superstars. It's the NBA. You're going to go somewhere else, especially when you're a small market like Edmonton. The small markets NBA teams already in the U.S. have a tough time. If you drafted a Paige Beckers, I think you have a greater chance of trying to convince them to stay and re-sign them if you're Edmonton. And that's why I think a WNBA team could work. Because I think you could actually get competitive here in this city and stay competitive for a period of time.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to worry as much about, well, the Lakers or the Warriors or the Heat or the Celtics are going to come and just take all of our good players and the Star's going to want to trade. I think you could convince enough players that, this is a great spot because it's also light. Yeah, we don't have to worry about the cold.
Yep. Yeah, Edmonton in the summer is awesome. It's fantastic.
It's one of the few times they actually could I think put ourselves up against a certain amount of cities. Not not LA, not New York. We're not them, but this is a great city to be in.
I still find it funny though in the NBA when you talk about those teams. Like, so outside of the Lakers and maybe the Celtics, I guess the Knicks. Like, is there any other place that you really want to go? Like Miami, okay, Miami's Miami. It's hot. It's great. It's an unbelievable basketball city. The Lakers are the Lakers. The Celtics are the Celtics. Golden State wasn't even in the conversation until they had their little dynasty run. So
and they moved to San Fran from
exactly.
They were good in the past.
They were good in the past, but they
decades ago,
weren't. But they weren't in the same conversation as the Lakers and the Celtics and the Heat, I guess. But outside of, let's say, those big five teams, right? So you got Lakers, Celtics. I'll put the Warriors in there, the Heat, and who would be the fifth? The Knicks. Who else would you want to go to
in the NBA?
Yeah, like to me,
what's the criteria?
Dallas?
Well, you mentioned so you're
of like living or the top cities.
Well, the top cities as a superstar. I'm going to get the most out of all this stuff here. If you're at the Lakers,
Houston
you're
would be up there.
Houston. Yeah, they always end up with big
Phoenix,
free agents.
But if you're a Laker, you're put on a pedestal that's, I guess, a Celtic. You're on a different level of pedestal.
Bulls, Mavericks,
Bulls for sure.
Yeah.
Is it though? Are the Bulls like that anymore?
If they one day they'll get good again, and that'll be huge.
One day, but right now I see them as an afterthought. You've got a big five right now. Like Indiana's not in that conversation where you go as a superstar to that particular place and become a bigger name. You don't get that there. You don't even get that in Chicago right now. You get it in those five. But like, is there not another place? Like, would a Toronto?
It's like they're
not do it for you because like Toronto's becoming.
No, because what is
you would argue that Kawhi was a bigger star when he was with the Raptors than he is today.
No,
you could argue that fact.
You hear the guys on the broadcast from the Raptors. We'd always have them on. What's his name? The one that always said hello,
Jack
Armstrong. He would always say like Toronto gets disrespected.
Oh, I fully understand.
You're not becoming a
that.
bigger star there.
I fully understand that. But in the Kawhi situation, Kawhi in San Antonio, he was becoming the guy, but you didn't really hear that much about him. He comes to Toronto, he becomes the superstar in Canada, the biggest superstar in Canada at the time. He goes to the Clippers. Yes, he's been hurt more often, but you don't hear half as much. And trust me, Toronto, Canada, they still follow Kawhi because they always have the what if game. So to me, I think he's become less of a star going to the Clippers than he was with the Raptors. Because in Toronto, you're not just the Toronto Raptors superstar, you are Canada's superstar because that is the way that it was embraced.
What are you talking about? Like, so the question here is, where would players want to go?
Well, yeah, like it's kind of like a
star
to help build my stardom.
Well, the New York region, just in general. The Nets have done a great job of, now they haven't won with them, but getting those stars, bringing those in.
Yep.
Philadelphia is a big major city. They've brought in those guys.
Do they help? Do those particular cities, so the Nets, Brooklyn, and Philly, do they help elevate the stardom? So, like, if you look at Joel Embiid,
it's not about that. It's just also about lifestyle and things like that, and things that you're doing. Like, you don't see those guys go to Memphis that often.
No, I guess that's my point.
They're not going to Charlotte.
Yeah.
Orlando doesn't exactly go and make the big trade. Like Giannis and Jokic, if they're free agents in 2 years, which everyone is expecting, we're not talking about the Orlando Magic being in the hunt.
No, you're not. But are you talking about the Brooklyn Nets?
Potentially.
Are you talking about the Philadelphia 76ers?
Yeah, I think that if they have the cap space, depending on the cap space and things like that, but yeah, I could see them. Just because we've also seen it. You know, we saw Jimmy Butler get traded. Like, it's part of this is also trades and stuff, because then you also could re-sign them if you can go get that trade. We saw Jimmy Butler go to the 76ers. Mm-hmm. We saw KD,
where was
Harden,
he before
so many.
The 76ers again?
He was with Timberwolves.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. So he had his battles, I guess, with the Timberwolves.
And was that man one of the battles? No, it was Carl Anthony Towns and Wiggins.
So he goes from there to Philly. He elevates his stardom because Philly is an upper echelon team, but he goes from Philly to Miami, becomes a bigger star because of the level that he's going to, the team that he's going to. So he went to Miami, became an upper echelon team or player with that level of team, but now he's with the Warriors. How much do you hear about him?
Quite a bit last year, because he turned that team around.
Did he?
Yes. Quite a bit.
Yeah.
That team was much, much, much more improved when Butler
got there.
Yes.
I and maybe it was just how much content I was putting forward. I just felt that I always heard about Jimmy Butler when he was with the Heat. And then as soon as he went to when he went to Golden State, I heard a little bit, but not a ton.
I heard more about Jimmy Butler with the Heat, the Warriors last year than I did with the Heat, outside of when he was getting his suspension.
His issues, yeah. Fair enough, yeah.
So it's like I think there are more teams that it's easier in the NBA now than it was 10 years ago to keep your stars, but there's still going to be those certain stars that do move on. Like, again, we're talking about Jokic and Giannis potentially leaving two great cities, and it's the sweepstakes people are already planning the sweepstakes to go grab those guys, because in the end, there's just so much movement there. But I think in the WNBA, if it was in Edmonton, to take Caitlin Clark out of this. If there was a star in the Edmonton team had him, I think there's a really good chance they can keep him for a career.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing wrong. Like, this city, you can put it up, I think, at that point against a lot of other ones. If it was a winter sport, those players are gone.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
That's why it's But I don't play Alberta over under. Download the app. Play Alberta, playalberta.ca. 2050. Over or under 0.5 new teams in Edmonton. In different sports.
I'd take the under.
I'd take the under too. I don't see.
It would have to be WNBA. It would have to be soccer.
PW.
PWHL.
Oh, maybe
potentially.
PW, yeah.
I don't know if
I
there's
think
any
there'd
other
be
leagues.
interest in that too.
I could see
there
the
be
PW
one?
coming.
Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah,
I'll go with the over.
Good point.
But just because of the PW. Any other
That's a good point.
sport, I don't think so.
Soccer, I just don't see because you need a stadium. We're gonna be in Expos territory here, where it's the chicken and the egg. They'll want to bring somebody will want to bring a soccer team here, but they want a stadium. No one's going to touch building a stadium in the city. And they'll be like, well, we're not going to build a stadium if you can't have a team type thing. I'm going to say, I'll take the over, but I think it would just be the PWH.
Yeah.
I think once the WNBA, if this boom keeps going for them, which for them I hope it does, they'll just fill out the NBA cities.
Yeah.
And there's no need to go.
Actually,
beyond
somebody in the nasty chat put Vegas as another city for expansion with the NBA.
I said them.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Vegas, Seattle.
LeBron's doing that.
I said Vegas, Seattle,
LeBron.
and Nashville. Those are the top. Those are the cities
those
that
would
I'm looking
be-
at for expansion. Well, the expansion would be Seattle and Vegas.
The Vegas thing is it's so curious as to what, like, I think people obviously didn't want to go to Vegas because of what Vegas was. And then as soon as the NHL moved in there and they kind of squashed a bit of that.
Well,
I don't want to call it a myth because it's not a myth.
not the
Like
myth.
it's just a great sports city, I guess is the best way to say that.
yeah, but the NHL broke through the narrative.
Yes.
That you can't. It's just the gambling city.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny because I saw a tweet a couple days ago because the new deal with NFL and ESPN, the NFL now owns 10% of ESPN.
That's insane.
So if you ever see reporting on the league by the ESPN, it's, well, the league does own part of them.
Yep.
But it was that since they own 10% of ESPN, that means they own part of a betting company down south, which is ESPN Bets.
yeah.
And about 10 years ago or something, there was a quote that Goodell had, paraphrased, but just like, we can't be associated with gambling. It's not never going to be part of this league and like all that. And now the NFL is, by extension, 10% owner of a sports book.
Didn't Goodell, and hopefully I'm not getting sentelled again, but didn't he mention he's like, we're not competing with the NBA, we're
I saw that
competing with like Google, and it's like, holy man.
But
Aim high.
Like aim high, yeah. Holy
kidding.
God.
I'm
But
gonna-
it's true.
well, I
What
was
is
about
it?
to say, yeah, no, that's a legit thing. He sees Apple and Google, not NBA, MLB, as NFL's competition.
They have
not wrong.
18 billion in revenue per year is what the NFL's at now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Massive.
He is not wrong with that in any way, shape, or form.
No.
The NFL could do what it wants, and no sports league could challenge them almost in any way, shape, or form. You just have to accept it.
Yeah.
It's wild.
That's
The
why
NFL could go and say, we're going to play games at 2 o'clock in the morning now on.
and people would
Screw
do it.
And people will flock and wake up at 2 in the morning to watch every NFL game.
Yep. It's such a juggernaut.
They would have parties for that. At
They would.
houses. People would have house parties.
They
Hey,
could-
2 a.m. game.
They could do
Party in your
whatever
PJs.
the hell they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they are closer to Apple or Google. 100%.
It's such a bold comment, but it's not bold at all.
It's valid.
It really is.
Like, just every time they're going to have new TV deals, they're just going to be bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's why when I go back to, there'll be primetime games. That's all they'll go to.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to sell more primetime contracts.
Mm-hmm.
And they're
Speaking
going to
of
be
which-
bringing in $20 billion a year.
I'm actually excited about seeing this Cowboys documentary on Netflix that's coming out right away here.
It's a Cowboys documentary.
Yeah, it looks awesome. And then I heard you and Hernan talk about like the SEC one. I watched the preview for that. No interest.
I do want to see what it's like. The
NASCAR, no thanks.
WWE one is actually pretty cool.
I
right now.
want to watch that one. The
I'm
way
into
you were
episode
describing
2.
it.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's cool seeing the production meetings.
And they change it on the fly. Everything goes through the ref basically, and he tells the wrestlers.
That's how I guess some things happen. Is the one guy, the ref, has an earpiece, and
Yeah.
he's told certain things too, and he's got to relay it to the wrestlers so that they know
love
when
that.
things.
It's
So
fascinating.
when they have to cut part of the fight, the match producer has to cut part of it. It has to, I guess, go through the ref, who then has to tell the wrestlers this. And
That's fascinating.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah. I'll watch that.
Yeah. Speaking of documentaries, I happened to watch a documentary the other day, 14 Peaks. Have you watched that one?
What's this one?
It's so there's 14 8,000 meter peaks in the world, mountaintops, ranges.
Yeah.
And this guy decided to summit all of them. And so previous to him doing it, I think the record was 7 years to go in, to go to the top of Mount Everest, to go to the top of K2, to go to the top of all these other ones. And so like K2 is like notorious for being one of the most dangerous mountaintops in the entire world.
Okay.
Because they have the amount of people it kills.
Is K2 by Everest?
Yeah, I don't quote me on that, so I'm not going to put that out there. But anyway, this guy, he did it. He said he was going to do it in 7 months. He ended up doing it in 6 months and 6 days.
oh, good for him.
Wow.
Like looking at some of the video footage of this, and as he's climbing up these mountains, to put it into context, what 8,000 meters above sea level is, that is like the level in which planes are just slightly lower than what planes are flying at.
What is that?
Planes fly at 30,000 feet. Everest is at like 26. And you're just chilling on the top of this thing, and you need oxygen, obviously, to be up there. But then I also saw, like, after, because I was always like, man, this is kind of cool. He just had a Guinness World Record where he summited 50 times. He went to the top of these 8,000ers. Like, this guy's insane.
That's crazy.
It's insane.
I was out for drinks yesterday with a buddy, Warren Love.
Ah.
He's
Good
in the
dude.
he's climbed a few mountains in his day.
Warren
Kilimanjaro. He was
Love
telling
has?
me, yeah.
Wow.
He climbed to base camp of Everest.
Warren Love is a fascinating guy.
You know
Great
how
dude.
crazy that is?
Texted
though?
me a couple days ago and said, "You want drinks?" I was like, "Yes, actually." It's been him and I have always talked about it, and we went and had some drinks.
Great guy.
They had a Riverhawks game. And
Continue.
there's this starting lineups. There's a
kiosk.
guy there, kiosk. Warren.
He's done like a million
Awesome, dude.
Olympics.
Really?
Hockey Night in Canada.
40
yeah,
years.
it's kinda
did it.
cool.
Yeah,
He's one
awesome
of the
guy.
better producers you'll ever come across. He told me some great stories yesterday of him.
I like it.
Okay. What were we gonna
No,
say?
I just, like I said, I never, when I've heard about people summiting, Everest and all these different things, like I never thought, it never went into my mind about how crazy it actually is.
It is crazy.
But then watching these videos and seeing how many people are doing it and all this stuff, I'm like, man, that is absolutely insane. Because at any moment, avalanche done.
Yeah.
At any moment, if your oxygen's gone and you get stranded on top one of these mountain ranges, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
If you climb Everest, if you go to, I think, try to go higher, like you're just going by dead bodies.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
They're
all you're doing.
just dead.
K2.
And Everest isn't even considered one of the most dangerous mountains.
Really?
K2 is on the border of Pakistan and China. It is the second highest mountain on Earth at 8,849 meters. Mount Everest Everest is 8,849 meters. K2 is 8,611 meters. 28,251 feet.
It was
That's
like,
wild.
it was just like just watching this thing. I was sitting there. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's nuts.
So he did them all in 6.5 months?
In 6 months and 6 days. And he did 3 of them, and I can't remember which 3 of them. I'd butcher their names. But he said his goal was to travel to climb all 3 of these mountain ranges within 48 hours. Oh, okay.
How does this guy?
The guy is
for that?
crazy.
Do just want to give a couple of quick updates. It looks like Tommy's voting has stalled on Insta.
At 19?
That just jumped up to 20.
Yes.
But I don't know if you're getting enough votes
Let's go
On
Twitter.
Twitter.
to close the gap.
Let's go Twitter.
You're at 17%.
On Twitter?
Yes.
Wow. Let's go. Let's go, Nasties. Justice
on,
for Tommy.
Nasties.
I don't ask for this
Come on.
often, but I got done dirty by the commish yesterday.
The thing is, there's a lot more votes on Twitter than there is on Insta. How many? Does it say how many people voted on this? Can I find this one quickly? Does it say vote?
If we pull off this,
It doesn't say.
it'll
vote,
be
I don't think.
amazing.
So, but there is a significant less. So right now, I would say you might be hovering at the 18%. I would say I'm gonna have to do the math. Actually, as I look at that, because you're at 17%.
Justice
You only need to gain
for
1%.
Let's
This is
go. Let's
amazing.
rally.
And you've got 37 minutes
Let's
on Twitter.
go, Nasties. If you haven't voted yet, please vote for Team 4. I
Actually,
traded
think
away.
This might actually
This is
work.
gonna
Let's
be
go.
hilarious.
I got done dirty by the commissioner yesterday. Let's right a wrong here. I appreciate it. And I'll take whatever penalty if I survive.
Well, you will get a 2% penalty. She said at the draft, at the
think
start, if this
whatever.
happens again, like the rule in place is you get a 2% penalty. It can't be retroactive to the past draft. It's got to be the future draft. That was what the penalty was,
Yeah.
I would say.
You know what? I'll work with that and we'll overcome it together. And I'll have a way better draft next time around. Let's make this happen.
We might be only adding one person to the draft. This is
fantastic.
Yep.
Come on.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go, Nasty.
Oh,
round-
Suck says
Round of clicks to the Nasties. Voting for me.
18.1 is Quinn declared. So if it's 18 or under, but I think at this rate right now,
We can do it.
it's closing in. That's all
Let's
I'm saying
go.
right now. Like,
Let's have a
Let's
strong
go.
30
I
minutes.
thought it maybe has stalled, but this is going to lead to they want to do the nerd geek draft in early September. This is going to lead to a lot of conversation in the league. That might be one of the most anticipated drafts in the history of EST drafts.
Let's make it
in
happen.
the lead up because of what might potentially happen here.
I might take the commish #1 in nerd draft if I make it
Where do I vote, Tommy?
on Twitter. Team 4. Let's get
The
it
EST
going.
Hangout is presented by Sentinel Storage. Canada Storage experts, more than 2 decades helping Canadians through life transition. Canadian storage provider. Be sure to buy Canadian. Convenient locations all over the place, all over the country. Proud supporters of the CFL, the Elks, Canadian soccer, the Edmonton Oilers. The Sentinel's all over the place with their support in the community as well. Check them out, sentinel.ca. Lock shop in just a few minutes. Myself and Huss. We'll look back at yesterday. Great. We didn't even talk about that. Great game between BC and Hamilton.
Awesome
The
game.
second half was outstanding. Elks Owls tonight, which means Green and Gold kickoff show. Myself and Jay Milne, 4:30. I'll join within the Reed Wilkins show live at the St. Albert Rugby Club. Also, post-game show will be there tonight during the Nasty Bash. Nasty Bash,
Yes.
Nasty Bash, EdmontonSportsTalk.com if you want to get in. But really, you could just show up. It's all good. We'll be all fine. Lots of space still, I think, for today. So it's going to be a fun time later tonight at the St. Albert Rugby Club. And Reed Wilkins show with Jay Mills for 3 to 6 with the Green and Gold kickoff show inside of it. Tommy, any final things that you need to say?
Just thank you to all the Nasties voting me back into the mix in this draft of birds. I'll make it right. I will take the punishment from the commissioner in the future, and we'll still own it and be champions together. So I appreciate everybody helping me rally here. Let's go, Team 4.
Belsey, great seeing you. Thanks for coming in.
It's been a pleasure.
Good stirring
This
things
is
up.
I'm
Good
pumped
stirring
about this
things up.
right now. I'm about to put this in my HC Edmonton staff
Let's go.
group chat and say, can you guys please vote for my boy?
Only like 40 minutes left.
Let's go.
I'm going to be very fascinated to break down these numbers after and see where we're at. On behalf of Tommy Belsey, I'm Matt. Thanks for tuning in to the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage. Coming up next, it is the Lock Shop. Myself and Huss, as I've said, right here at Edmonton Sports Duck. Your clear choice for Edmonton Sports presented by Play Alberta. Don't go anywhere. We'll also see you at the Nasty Bash later tonight.
There you go, right in front of the camera.
First-time guest, long-time listener, fan of the original draft commissioner.
Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by White Claw Hard Seltzer. The difference is clear. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Zola with here. Joining us today,